It means that much more. They know it's not a place of hate or anything like that. They know that I love them from a standpoint where we're teammates, we're brothers, and so when I'm on them and they go on me, it's a place from love, and we just want to see each other get better every single day.
Obviously, I mean, you're in a place like Oklahoma. You're doing that video with Brian Bosworth and stuff. I mean, how much of that do you like? It's probably something you don't do the first day you show up, but that's something you earn or feel like you've earned or whatever. Like how much do you consider that kind of stuff before you decide to be kind of the personality that people can follow?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to start making plays on the field before you can have the privilege to do anything like that. At Oklahoma, there's a lot of great players, a lot of great linebackers, defenders, Brian Bosworth, Rocky Calamus, Teddy Lehman. And it's the same thing here. There's a high standard. Demaro Davis sets the bar as high as he can. And so every single day I just got to show up, learn from a guy like that, learn from a guy like Pete, and then just keep getting better every single day and just be a sponge for all that knowledge that they have.
Have you gotten a chance to meet Demaro yet?
Not yet. Yeah. No, unfortunately not. I met Pete, but hopefully eventually, I get the opportunity to meet him.
How long has linebacker been the path for you?
I used to play my whole life. I've loved defense. Growing up, I played quarterback. When you're a good player, you try to get there. I realized pretty quickly it's a lot better to hit somebody than, get hit a few times when you have the ball in your hand. But, when I got to high school, I was like, I got to just – I still played offense, but defense is what I love. When I got to college, that's what it was. And I kind of just always had a knack for it.
And, I mean, did the hitting come first and then, all the nuances of the position after, or are you kind of gravitated to everything that comes along?
At the end of the day, I found out my instincts. I was always around the ball. I just kind of had a talent for that. And then, obviously, once you learn your position, I got to Oklahoma, learned under Brett Venables and then the scheme that he had, and it really benefited me. So now we're learning a new system. It's just the same stuff that I've already known, just different terminology, different lingo that you have to memorize, and a little bit different rules here and there.
Danny, what's the best advice somebody gave you about playing in the NFL?
It's a lot faster. At the end of the day, you're a professional now. You got to do everything you can. You got to take care of yourself. Right now, my body's, it's the money. So you got to do whatever you can, just stay on top of everything, and you can't get distracted. You just got to add value every single day.
You've been around Brandon Staley for a few days now. What's it been like to learn from him? And then, obviously, here in New Orleans, it will be new defense, obviously with the new regime overall. How excited are you to be a part of the installation of that?
It's exciting. At Oklahoma, I kind of had that system down, and I like to be uncomfortable. So learning a new system, it really challenges you to try and get it down as fast as possible. So it gets me pumped in the morning. I'm like, I got to learn something new today. I'm gonna make mistakes. It happens, and you just got to eliminate that from that repetition of happening. At the end of the day, I'm blessed to be here in New Orleans. There's no other place I'd rather be. This is a great Who Dat nation. I'm excited. But Coach Staley's it's been awesome learning from him. Like I said before, he just has so much knowledge that he has, and his defensive schemes when he's been defensive coordinator have been elite. And so I just want to keep trying to get better and better, and then communicate and be a leader on that defense.
You mentioned at Oklahoma, and obviously you played under a great defensive mind in Venables. How much maybe did he prepare you with all of the different scenarios and situations that he's put you in? How much did he prepare you for the adjustment to the NFL?
I'd say every single day. That's kind of how he operates. Is always trying to prepare you to be a pro. You got to prepare before you're there. So when you're here, you're not treading water. You're swimming. And so that kind of went with everything that he did. In his mind, if you weren't prepared for every single situation, you weren't prepared at all. And so it's been that same mindset transition to the next level.
And you mentioned it, the reception. What has the reception been like for you in New Orleans? I don't know if you've been to any restaurants or going out to any places, but what's been your first impressions of New Orleans?
It's been kind of rainy, but on a serious note, I haven't got to eat anywhere. I've been to Louisiana once when we played at LSU. So this is the first time. Right now it's been on the shuttle from the hotel to here. Haven't got to experience it. Maybe tomorrow I get some good food. I need some recommendations if you guys know anything. But I'm hearing right over there. But I'm excited to see everything that this great city has to offer.